Thaba Chweu Local Municipality in Mpumalanga has been found guilty of environmental degradation and has been fined a total of 5 million rand. A court ordered the municipality to invest that money back into infrastructure development in the town and for the improvement of sewage and water quality before the end of this year. Let's get the view of the DA councillor in Thaba Chweu, Spiros Couvaras. Good afternoon to you, sir. Welcome to the program. So let's begin with the state of the environment in that municipality today. Just how bad is it that it had to go all the way to court?
Good afternoon, Timbergili. The court case has taken, the initial cases were made prior to 2020. I made the case in 2020. There's sewage channeled into the river by the municipality. So the Dorps River that feeds into one of our game farms, Kudu Ranch, and into all the plantations where Laranya and all these guys are going all the way to Limpopo, is polluted with E. coli. It is still terrible. There is no more fauna and flora. There's no natural vegetation growing along that river, nothing. We've had given in reports as well of the fish that went belly up, and autopsies were done to show how bad it is and the extent of it. To get the river back to its original condition and all the microorganisms working, we're looking between 70 and 100 years. That's how far the damage is.
What implications then for the quality of life for people in Thaba Chweu who have been living there for years and would really like to stay on for many more years?
We are so concerned. If they fix the wastewater treatment plant, it's great, but they have to do something to try and get the water quality clean. Filters, something, I don't know how they're going to do it. It's a mammoth task. It's really a mammoth task. The people downriver have to take out, they have to boil the water, make sure it's clean, treated in some possible way. And we're talking about rural people. So our concern, and it really is a big concern, and I was passionate about this, is how do we help those people? We have not gone into any investigations yet as to downriver. How many cases are there of people that have passed on because of the E. coli infestation and other organisms that are there that cause such a problem?
It sounds to me,
and
Spiros,
we are hoping to get that. Yes.
Pardon me, it sounds to me from what you're describing that there may be grounds, in fact, for some of the people who may have lost loved ones or have become ill due to the environmental degradation to pursue other legal action, no, against the Thaba Chweu municipality.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's their fullest right to do that. And I believe in that we should do that. And if we can find out where and what and how, and it can be proven, then we can. It's going to be difficult to prove, but you can prove it. And yes, if they've lost life, never mind cattle and things that they live with, if they've lost life, that to me, you cannot put money on a person's life. You cannot price it and say that life is worth X amount. You can't. There's no way you can do that.
Let's talk about this fine, 5 million rand fine. There was an admission of guilt by the municipality through officials who were present in court on the day. A large chunk of that, 4.8 million rand, has to go to infrastructure development and the rest of it. Is that really punishment, though, when all they're now being told to do is basically do their jobs?
That is not punishment. But what the punishment is there's another 5 million and 10 years that has been suspended. On condition that they comply to the plan they gave in and they meet the deadlines. If not, they then will be imprisoned and the extra 5 million will be clean, because that is part that has been suspended that nobody looks at. They only look at the immediate money. And they shouldn't. They should look at that which is sitting there as a sword above their necks, that they must carry out and do this correctly and be even, how do you say faster than urgent? You can't. It's extremely, extremely urgent.
And who would be held accountable if there's a failure to implement what's now been set out by the court?
The municipal manager, she's the accounting officer. She's in charge of all the monies and makes sure all the plans and all these things administrative-wise runs through that. And I would like to say that the mayor is also just as guilty as what she is, because they know about the problem, and yet they have done nothing. They've let it run and let it run. I personally warned them and said, I've made cases against you. Do something, because this is going to go to court and you're going to be found lacking. And they were found lacking.
What's your level of faith, confidence in that the team that's in place now, the municipal manager and the rest of them, will actually follow through on the directives of the court?
I believe they will follow through. There's been a lot of buy-in from members of the community and some of the mining community to assist where they can, and local business people. And they want to assist knowing that whatever they do is not going to be floundered or scounded and be taken away and the money taken. So they will have a vested interest. We'll have to look at a public participation contract between these people and the municipality to get that plant going. This plant has been refurbished by one of the other big businesses in town 3.5, 4 years ago, and they let it just go to wreck. There is nothing left. There's just a shell. They didn't have security there. There's now a fence up there eventually, but there was no security at the time, and everything was stolen. There's really, if we go show you photos, there's just a shell. There's nothing else.
Spiros Couvaras, good to speak to you, dear councillor in the Thaba Chweu Municipality in Mpumalanga. Thank you for your time, sir.